Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Crystal, and in this video I'm gonna be talking all about my Hobonichi journals and maybe give you a mini tour of some of them. So if you're coming back from my past two videos, those were pretty long and I do talk about some of them there. So some of these journals are discussed in those videos, so there might not be a lot of brand new information for you, although I do have some additional details. So I hope you still get something out of this video. If you're new, then welcome. I hope you find something that you like in my flip through. And if you're not a journal enthusiast or you're new to everything, to my channel and to journals and stationery, I hope you still get something out of this, whatever made you click on this video. So the first one that I'll be discussing is this teeny tiny Hobonichi A6 weekly supplement, which serves as my media time tracker. So what this is really just a mini notebook that is supposed to accompany the Hobonichi A6 or original size. Because if you're not familiar with Hobonichi, the company has two main sizes for their journals. So one is A5 or what they call the cousin size, and then the other is A6 or the original size. So the format of the A5 or the cousin has monthlies, the weekly vertical, and the dailies. However, in the A6 or the original size, it only has the monthlies and then the dailies. So what this is it's supposed to serve as the supplement for the A6 size. That's why it's so small. So this is the regular A6, and then this is how the supplement compares in size. So I have the HON here, but if you do have the original Techo, it is a soft cover which you insert into whatever covers you like. So the supplement can go easily inside a cover along with a soft cover A6 or original. So I'm using this as my media time tracker, and I do discuss this one in the previous videos, but for the benefit of those who are first timers on my channel, it's very straightforward. So the format is like this, and I just write all the media, like movies, TV shows, or even the books or audiobooks that I listen to or read, the games that I play. I just put them in the designated time that I do them. So this is the very first week of the year. Let's just fast forward to the present week, which I haven't really updated yet. So this is what it looks like now. So it's pretty straightforward. The vertical is formatted this way. So it starts at 6 a.m. and then it ends at 3 a.m. the next day. So what I do is just I write the media that I consumed. So for example, on November 4th, my husband and I watched Agatha All Along, episodes 1 to 2 on Disney Plus. So I just put it there. So this way I can see which times I do consume the media that I watch or read or play. And when the week is done, I can get an overview of when I consumed everything. So it's pretty straightforward. When I started the year, I was into decorating the weeks. So I did mention that I would fill out the whole week first and then stick the stickers later on so that I don't take away from the space. But eventually, after my reading slump, journaling slump, I decided that I didn't really want to decorate as much, and I just wanted it to be a straightforward log. So starting in August, I just wrote everything and I didn't bother with adding stickers. So this way I get a whole overview of how I spent my time watching movies or TV or reading and listening to audiobooks. That's it for this one. Up next is this one, and it's a Hobonichi A6 graph notebook. And I won't be giving you a tour of what's inside just because it's personal, but I'd like to show you the cover page, which is, I'm pretty proud of this one. So it just says, "Live life in full bloom." And what I'll be using this for is my long form slash stream of consciousness and Dear Diary type of journal. So what this looks like is, it may seem that it's a Hobonichi graph notebook with a Hiroku Kubota cover, but it's actually just the Tomitaro Makino graph notebook. And what I did is I just used the Hiroku Kubota pencil board. So I do love this Yamazakura cover. This is the original look. But then I just found this in my haul last year when we went to Japan. And after seeing all the Hobonichi 2025 hauls, I've been having FOMO. So I just used this one as a cover for now. So let me just put that back. Anyway, the plastic cover that I'm using for this one is actually from Midori, because Hobonichi doesn't carry clear covers for their A6 and A5 notebooks, and I wanted to protect this one. So this is, the clear cover is a Midori A6 clear cover. Hi, it's me during the editing phase, and I just wanted to apologize in advance because I did not realize this earlier when I was filming, but apparently my very old phone decided to focus on the background instead of the journal pages that I was actually showing you. So in the next parts of this video, the journal pages will be blurry. But I'm deciding to continue putting this out because although the pages will be blurry, you can still see the gist of the layouts and what I put in the journal. So hopefully you'll understand or you'll bear with it. And thank you so much. So the next one is this Hobonichi A6 HON in the Emma and Georgina Liberty Fabrics cover, and this is my main journal for the year, which serves as my memory keeping journal. So if you're a returning viewer, I've discussed this pretty much in a lot of my past videos, and I've done a lot of flip throughs, so we'll just skip to the ones that I haven't shown yet. So I'm filming this on November 16, and I'm quite behind on my entries, but as you can see, the yearly slash quarterly index serves as my Wordle staircase. So I'm quite behind in updating it, but we've played Wordle every day, so I just have to fill this out because I do screenshot my Wordle result. So I just have to fill those in. Then for the monthly, I do doodles in my monthly spread, and this is the monthly spread for October. However, I haven't done anything for November, and I'm still thinking if I'll be continuing doodles for November, but I do want to. I just am very behind because today is November 16th and everything is still blank. And then let's just skip to October because I've already flipped through most of these. And if you want a flip through of my previous pages, please feel free to browse my previous videos and I'll be linking them down below. So I think the last time I filmed was October 18, so these are the pages that I haven't flipped through yet. So most of the times I just love writing, but I also love decorating with stickers and combining them with some writing. Other times it's just ephemera and a lettering of a quote that stuck with me that day. So for example, for this one, I was just watching a Jack Edwards video on YouTube and he was discussing how a lot more people are reading nowadays, and this quote by him, the more people talking about books, the better, just stuck with me. So I did like a lettering of that. Other times it's just bullet points, so I just write those. And there are also times when it's just mostly a drawing or a sketch. So I just did that. Some stickers. I actually blocked this one because it's pretty personal text. And then this is my attempted sketch of the Philippine map, because my husband and I are also playing Wordle daily. So it's also a guessing game, but instead of words, it's silhouettes of different countries. And we've been playing Wordle for a while, but we've been waiting for Philippines to come on so that we can guess it the first time, because you get 6 guesses during the game. And when the Philippines came out, we were so thrilled by it. So I just had to draw it in my journal. And then this is the very last entry. And I used my Friends theme sticker because Friends has been on Netflix here in the Philippines for quite some time now, but they removed it recently. And when we discovered that the last day to watch Friends was October 31, we actually marathoned. We rewatched everything, but we only got until season 8 because we started October, like the first week of October, and then we only watched it in the evenings, so we only got as far as season 8. Still, we watched it quite a lot of times now, so it's okay. And then transitioning to my November spread, I just made this simple spread. The graphic stickers on this one is from a local artist called Use and Prints, and if you're interested in her art, I'll be linking it down below. So these text stickers are from Day and Moment. I'll also be linking the Instagram, but I bought these sticker sheets from Journal Pages, which is a store in Malaysia. And then this remembering sticker is from a local artist called Paper Hands here in the Philippines. So this is where this is what happened when November started. So I've been quite busy because my husband and I were accomplishing a bunch of documents for something that we were working on. So we've been quite busy, and I haven't had the chance to update most of my entries. So this is what it looks like. When I know I still want to work on an entry, even though I can't work on it that day, I just put a sticky note on the page and just write what happened, just so I can still go back to it later and create an entry for it. So this is the sticky note, and unlike most sticky notes where it just sticks, like for example this one, how this works is the whole page is actually a sticky note, so you can stick everything on the page without anything like flapping or something. So I bought this from a local reseller, but the Hobonichi store carries this one, and it also comes in different colors, and like green and orange maybe. Anyway, that's how I like put a placeholder in my on the days when I'm not feeling like, I don't feel like journaling, but I want to still go back to it later on. So my marker is still on November 1st because I'll be backlogging those later. Then on November 3rd, my husband and I watched Jaws for the very first time in our whole life. So I just drew the poster, and I just used mild liners for this one. The red Tombow for this, and then a mild liner for the blue drawing. So more empty entries with the placeholders. I do have entries for these pages. And then blank entries. Another one. And that's it so far for my memory keeping journal. So it's not perfect. I've discussed in my previous videos that I did go on a journaling slump for a very long time, like March to June. So it's not uncommon for my pages to be blank, but I'm working on it, and that's how I memory keep. Finally, my last notebook or journal in the lineup is not totally a Hobonichi journal. This is actually a Midori MD blank notebook that I'm housing inside this Hobonichi Koshinso cover. So technically, it's just a Hobonichi cover, but with a Midori notebook inside. And this one is serving as my media journal and Commonplace journal. So I've decided to combine them in one, just because most of the things that I really want, or like things that I want to record, or things that stick with me, like quotes or even music or songs or lyrics, all come from media that I read, media that I watch. So it just made sense to combine them. Anyway, if you've seen my previous discussions of this, you will have seen the inside. So there's just a few changes. So I just stuck this sticker in front, and if you're new, I started this journal just by sticking photos and then just writing like a background or a description of the things or the media that I watched or played. For example, this is a picture of the Abbott Elementary poster, and then this is the logo of Color Puzzle, a game that I really like to play, Secret Invasion. So it's straightforward. a lot of the things that I do in my journaling nowadays are pretty straightforward unless I really want to decorate or make art. But for this one, it's just like this. But then I haven't been updating this. So I discussed before in my previous videos that one thing that's really making this work for me is that it's blank and it's undated. So I can just pick it up later without the pressure of filling in every pages. So most of these that I've recorded are things that I watched early in the year. And actually I paused. I haven't been recording constantly ever since then when my journaling slump kicked in. So most of these, like this Friends episode or the games and the series, are things that I watched or read back in the first quarter of the year. And then I just stopped recording. Although for my books, I do track them still in my story graph. And I also have the media time tracker to remind me of what I watched or read. But then this month, or in October, I decided that I want to be more organized with this. So I came up with a system that I've seen a lot in other content creators that I watch, like most notably Megan Rhiannon, which we all love, I guess. So I had a lot of these round stickers. So I'm losing natural light, but if you see, it's not totally blank colored dots, but I do have a lot of those. So I decided that I'll be using it to mark different categories and just to, so these are the dot stickers, and it's from the same brand on the remembering sticker in the my November cover page, and it's from Paper Hands. So she's a local seller slash artist here in the Philippines, and I just love her style. So I purchased a lot of her stuff, including these one. So the main purpose of this is really for decoration, but since they've been just lying around in my collection for quite some time, I decided that I'll use this as a guide. So I just put them here. And so I've decided that I'll create a system that will make this notebook more organized, since it's a blank notebook and yet I still need a lot of structure. So I created this. So these are the categories that I've decided on, and one is Today I Learned, and this one is for everything that I discover, for everything new that I discover. So for example, later on I do flip through something that I can consider as Today I Learned entry. And then another category is research slash information slash curiosity. And these are just things that, something that really interests me, that leads me to research on something, or anything that sparks my curiosity and I want to read on it more. So anything or any kind of information that I gather from that one, I'll be labeling as research slash information slash curiosity. And then another one is from articles slash socials, because I do follow a lot of magazines like the New York Times, the New Yorker, the Atlantic, and the New York Times magazine. And sometimes I read articles from those magazines, or I just come across some of their articles or like infographics in their social media, mostly Instagram. So anything that sparks my curiosity or anything that I want to record, I would also put here and mark them as from articles slash socials. And then I also have from media, so anything that I watch or like the quotes or something from media, most likely from YouTube videos, podcasts, So this one has an immediate example. So this is an example of a from media entry, and this was again when I was watching a Jack Edwards video. He was talking about the 21st, the 100 best books of the 21st century, which was a list that was released by the New York Times earlier this year. And I was really like intrigued by his discussion on nostalgia versus recency bias in terms of when people were deciding, or the book luminaries were deciding on what books to pick in their ballots. So I just wrote a lot about information I gathered on nostalgia and recency bias, which was really interesting. And then I also created a separate category for poetry and quotes, because I do want to keep a lot of those, especially those that really resonate with me. And then finally, I created a specific entry for media/reading journal entry. So this is so these kinds of entries would be similar to how I was doing this, where I just put a photo of the media that I consumed and then write about either my review or my thoughts on that media. So these are the following entries so far. I talked about nostalgia versus recency bias from what I watched through Jack Edwards' video. And then this one is the example that I was talking about, which is Today I Learned. So I play this app called Elevate, and it's kind of like a brain training app where there are a lot of exercises in grammar, vocabulary, reading, speaking, listening, math, and memory. And then one of the entries there was about plants that are pyrophytes. So that really intrigued me, because all I see when I hear about forest fires are the destruction it causes in plants, but I never knew that some plants actually thrive when exposed to extreme heat. So that's when I learned about pyrophytes. So I wrote about that, and that's when I also came up with the idea of like creating illustrations so that I can have more color in this journal, and it isn't as text heavy as when I started it. So what I love about these kinds of illustrations, I'm not an artist, but I just followed and copied some of the drawings that I saw online and in the article, and I just want to have this kind of like children's book look in my journal. So I just wrote and drew some of these. So that's it for now. The possibilities are endless, and I still have a lot of pages on this one. And the good thing about this is that if I don't finish it in 2024, I still get to use the same journal as 2025 rolls in. So that's it. That's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and if you've reached this very end part, please let me know by leaving an autumn leaf emoji. So thank you very much again for watching, and I hope to see you on my next one. Bye for now.